hits from the park of Jurassic.
Along with my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. The first half of the All-Star break is behind us, and partner, it's go time in the second half.
And if you want to be playing meaningful games at the end of September, you got to put your head down and grind for the next 8 weeks.
It's the Cincinnati Reds taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set. And pitching in this game, Shohei Ohtani. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
Fires over to first, and an easy out to start the game. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Elly De La Cruz.
And Boog, we're talking about a guy who has great wheels and then puts them to good use. He's the team leader in stolen bases and runs scored, man. Using his speed to just get in the scoring position and then just flying home when the guys behind him put the ball in play. I absolutely love watching him do it because he causes havoc on the base paths.
Noelvi Marte now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. That one missed.
You know, Boog, playing a full season of baseball at this level is hard enough, but to do it as a two-way player, it's even more challenging. I hope fans appreciate the work he's putting in this season to make all of this happen. It's pretty special.
One out, base is empty.
That's why it's important to manage your workload as a two-way player. This season is a grind. You want to give everything for your team, but you can only do that if you're healthy and available.
One down, base is empty. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Batting third, shortstop, Elly De La Cruz.
One of our cover stars is at the plate, Elly De La Cruz.
Yeah, the first Reds player to be featured on the cover of the show. That must be.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Going. Gone. He shoots one out to right. Home run number 20 on the year. It's 2-0. He ambushed him right there, Siggy.
Yeah, swinging on that first pitch, and I think losing one over the fence is exactly what he had in mind as well. Well, he almost robbed the home run right there, and I tell you what, he'd love another crack at it. During batting practice, you always like to work on that, and so close, but that one was just out of his reach.
One down. And now the designated hitter for the Reds, Miguel Andujar. And there's the strike. Andujar starting as the designated hitter, batting in the cleanup spot, and they traded for him earlier this year. In for a strike. 0-2 now.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Oh, great stop. Jump throw across his body. Throw sails over his head at first. And it's going to wind up out of play.
Well, that was a throw that just shouldn't have been made. They scored a single and an error, so the official scorer doesn't believe a good throw would have gotten an out, and neither do I. We can't hear it from up here, but I wonder if anyone was telling him just to eat the throw. You know, that's where communication on the infield can sometimes help out a ton.
Man at second. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. And the count is 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. This to third. There's Hernandez handling the chance. Over to first. Great pick.
Good stretch there to make the play. It looks like someone added a little yoga to their daily routine, if you ask me.
Here's Jose Trevino. And first offering is fouled off. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
Andujar at second with 2 down. Swing and a chopper out to short. Betts whips it to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Cincinnati plates a pair on this homer. And it's 2-zip. Back here at Dodger Stadium. And on the hill in this one, Andrew Abbott. And this will be a tough test for him. Pitching on the road has not been that kind to his numbers.
Well, I think he's just got to trick himself mentally and put himself in a comfort level like he does at home. I know it's not the same being on the road as away from home in terms of being able to have a routine and be consistent with it. But this game is so much mental, and he's going to have to find a way to play a mind game with himself to move through this ball game and get a W.
Miguel Rojas leading things off and takes a strike. The Dodgers could really use a win here in the thick of the postseason hunt. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Still a couple of months to go, Boog, but there's definitely a little more energy and pressure around each game right now. A win here would be a nice shot of momentum.
That's to third. Hayes to first. And a quick out, number 1. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. And Chris, this group has been struggling to put up runs lately.
Well, they haven't been on base a ton, and even when they are, they haven't been hitting very well with runners on base. So they need a player or two to really step up, have some quality at bats, hit according to the situation, and sort of break out of this. I think if they do, the rest of this lineup will follow.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. And Mookie leaves the yard. Home run number 15 on the year. It's 2-1. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here comes the 2024 World Series MVP to the plate. Freddie Freeman was good all postseason, but man, the World Series was something else.
Yeah, probably the easiest MVP choice of any World Series, which is especially impressive with the amount of superstars on the Dodgers. Freeman tied a World Series record with 12 RBIs, and we'll never forget that walk-off grand slam in Game 1.
That one's in there, and it's 0-2.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
And a breaking ball misses outside.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him. Larry Bullard rings him up. Two down, bases empty. Now here is Will Smith.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently under the Mendoza line so far this month.
Throws to first in time. Inning over. Dodgers claw back a bit with this homer. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here in L.A., here's the third baseman, Ke'Bryan Hayes. And that one fouled off. All right, Singy, you know I'm a dork. Shohei Ohtani, go back to May 5th, 2022 at Fenway Park. He tossed a complete game through 99 pitches. Get this, 81 strikes. It was the most strikes thrown with less than 100 pitches in a game since they started tracking pitch counts.
That's just unreal.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Kicks and deals. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike 3, but when you're pumping high 90s, you'll get away with some of those. More margin for error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport. And I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rates. These fastballs are just exploding out of the pitcher's hands and jumping through the zone.
And that'll get down for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Didn't exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to. There are a lot of nicknames people have attached to hits like that. Blooper, flare, duck snort, lawn dart, etc. But whatever you want to call it, it's a knot. And those are the ones that'll make you smile as a hitter just about every time.
Yeah, the batter now, Matt McClain. Espinal leads off first with one away.
As a veteran out there on the ball, you're trying to establish both edges of the plate. Right here, he's working inside.
And a foul ball. Got it. And there are 2 outs.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Spencer Steer will hit next. Grounded out his first time. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. Foul ball there. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. That K is his third of the game. Reds lead 1. They lead it 2-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Teoscar Hernandez. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there. And it's off the batter's eye. And this place is rocking. His 22nd homer of the year, and we're all square. It's 2-2. He sent the first pitch over the wall.
Must have dinner reservations because he wasn't wasting any time at the plate in that at bat. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. And now the center fielder, Andy Pages. Now a fly ball to right center. Marte sizes this one up. And there's one down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter. And a tough one at that.
And here is Michael Conforto. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. One out, bases empty, and a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a man aboard now with one away.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Here's Kike Hernandez. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Marte makes the catch. That's out number 2.
Batting ninth, second baseman, Alex Freeland.
Alex Freeland steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Miguel Rojas at the plate. And that's a little bit high. Ball 1. Two outs, couple of base runners at first and second. Close one, doesn't get the call. 2-0. And another ball.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
Mookie Betts would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Makes the grab. That is the inning. Dodgers tie it up with a solo homer. 2-2 game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Noelvi Marte. Ohtani back to work. Check swing, and he went. Strike one.
One strike.
There's a strike.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Elly De La Cruz. He's already homered here in this one. Ground ball right side. He'll do it himself. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the 3rd.
Now batting, designated hitter, Miguel.
Here's Miguel Andujar. Reached on an infield single his first time. And that one fouled off. Two outs. He swings and fouls one off. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So they make short work of him there. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. We are tied 2-2. And we're back. Mookie Betts will make his way to the plate. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. That one ripped. That's back there. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Everything came together for him. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And here's Freddie Freeman. Struck out swinging his first time. Ripped into right center, and that should be extra bases. Betts scores. It's 3-2, and he's going to get to second with nobody out. So, Singy, let's dive into the numbers, courtesy of StatCast. Do you even feel contact being made when you hit a ball that hard?
No, I don't think so, Boog. I mean, that's just the best feeling in the world as a hitter. You square it up perfectly, and it's like you didn't even swing the bat. And there are times the ball feels heavy off your bat. You know it, but this is not one of those cases. He sent this one flying 114 miles per hour, so that's flexing your muscles a little bit.
On the ground, and foul ball.
I feel with the way that Will Smith is able to handle the bat, control the bat head, he's very capable of finding green space and driving in that run.
On the line, base hit. And that's good enough to hold the lead runner at third. Runners now at the corners.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. And that's downstairs. And that's ball 1.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
Base hit, and a run comes in.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
First and second, no outs. And now the center fielder, Andy Pages. He's 0 for 1. That misses, and that's ball 1. No outs, runners at first and second. Pitch misses, and the count now 2-0.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Now 3-0.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact. So not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
Into center. McLean on the move. He makes the grab, and there's one down.
Now batting, left fielder, Michael Conforto.
The batter will be Michael Conforto. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And that drops in for a strike. The Cincinnati bullpen has some movement. Number 57 up and throwing for Terry Francona. 2 on, 1 out.
1-1.
Pitch misses, and it's 2-1.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Next offering is downstairs. It looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold off if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest.
And there's the third out. That'll do it for the inning. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. 3 innings complete. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Reds 2. Back here at Dodger Stadium as we go to the top of the 4th. And now it's Austin Hayes. Hayes, in his 6th season, 29 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. First offering misses badly for ball 1. On the ground, right side. And foul ball. Chris, we were excited to watch him pitch. This is a little more along the lines of what we were expecting performance-wise.
Yeah, but with great pitchers like this, you may get one opportunity in one inning to get to them, to get some runs up on the board. And if you don't take it then, you may see zeros the rest of the ball game.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Trevino stands in now and watches strike one. That to right. And it stays fair.
Now batting, third baseman, Ke'Bryan Hayes.
Now batting Ke'Bryan Hayes. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. The other way, and that's just foul. Trevino at first, one gone. Fouled off down the right side. Oh, and 2 now. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7.
That was a tough slider right there. He couldn't get a piece of it just to try to keep the at-bat alive. And hitters will tell you that slider, when a guy's able to really tunnel the pitch where it looks like a fastball and then late has a really good bite, so tough to lay off of because you've made the decision you don't want to get beat by a fastball, and then you swing and you miss. You go back to the dugout shaking your head.
That one fouled off. The Dodgers leading by 2, top half of inning number 4. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Pages makes the grab on the run. So one hit is all they get to the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Reds 2. Back here at Chavez Ravine, John Chavi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Alex Freeland. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
In the air, right side. Espinal hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting,
Miguel Rojas, the next to hit. 0 for 2 in this one.
Here's a fun fact. Dodger Stadium was also the home of the Los Angeles Angels for 4 years in the 1960s while they waited for Anaheim Stadium to be built. When the Angels were playing games at home, instead of Dodger Stadium, they called it Chavez Ravine Stadium.
High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. This looks like extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Here's Mookie Betts now. He's already homered in this game. In the air to left down the line. And a foul ball. The shortstop takes the ball. It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking on these pitchers, and they won't be able to keep their arms warm forever if it's a long break, and going to have to exit this game a little early.
Hayes hauls it in, 2 away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
So now it's Freddie Freeman.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Strike 1. Rojas on at second with 2 down. Line drive, base hit. Lead runner puts the brakes on, so now it's runners at first and third.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Will Smith to the plate. Out towards left center. Hayes has it sized up. And he makes the catch. And that is the inning. Dodgers strand a couple, but they still lead this one 4-2. Back here in L.A., we go to the top of the 5th, and stepping in is the speedy Matt McLain.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
Just missed. And there's a ball. Fastball for a strike. Gets a piece and stays alive. Fights it off. He'll see another. And it remains 2-2. Stays alive. And a swing and a miss. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Spencer Steer, the next to hit for the Reds.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time. Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Fought off foul. Swing and a ground ball. A dive, he's got it. Fires to first, and they get the out.
Great cat-like reflexes right there. Lays out, knocks the ball down, and then fires with that rocket arm all the way across the diamond. Man, put this guy on the mound.
Now the number 2 hitter, Noelvi Marte. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. Check swing, called strike. swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Pages going back, feeling for the wall as he makes the catch. So they go quietly there. Home half of the fifth coming up. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Reds 2. Bottom of the inning. And now Teoscar Hernandez. Swing and a pop-up. McLean makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Up next for the Dodgers, center fielder, Andy.
And up next for Los Angeles, Andy Pages. First pitch misses.
1-0.
And that's down and away. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And that's in there at the knees. Drilled out towards left center field. That's back. That one is gone. A solo shot. He's up to 3 home runs in the series, and they add to the lead. It's 5-2. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
And now Terry Francona makes his way out of the dugout towards the mound, and he'll make a change. Andrew Abbott departs. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. Nick Martinez on to pitch here.
Left-handed batter at the plate, and he's been excellent in those matchups this year, so this seems like a calculated move.
So 1 out, nobody on. Michael Conforto will climb in. 1 for 2. Pitch misses. 1-0. That clips the corner.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
One down, base is empty. On the ground, right side. Throw to first in time.
Third baseman, Kike.
Here's Kike Hernandez. And a big swing and a miss.
No ball. 1
2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Cut on and lifted in the air. He's got it, and that ends the inning. Dodgers add one to their lead on the solo homer. It's now 5-2. As expected, we're going into a rain delay, and I have a feeling this is going to be a long break, Singy. It is really coming down as they put the tarp on the infield.
Yeah, I think we kind of saw this one coming, Boog, and it's not going to be a short break either, so I guess we go grab some coffee or something, man. Go sneak in a game of the show before play picks back up.
Bring it. In now for the Reds, Elly De La Cruz. And it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a 2-run blast, and that swing will give him confidence the rest of the way.
Fastball for a strike at 95.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Puts it away for the out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Andujar, batting with one down, takes a strike. Up the middle, it's through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Just kept it simple, played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
So a man at first. Now the left fielder, Austin Hayes. That's in there. That's strike one.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
That just misses. And now it's even 1-1.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
And there's a foul ball. Got him with number 9 for him in this game. 9.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Here's the Reds catcher, Jose Trevino. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. That one almost got him. Andujar off of first with 2 away. And that one is lifted in the air. Pages brings it in, and that is that. 1 hit, 1 left. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Reds 2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 6th inning, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Alex Freeland. Martinez back to work. Hit in the air left field. Hayes brings it in. 1 away. Miguel Rojas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 1 for 3. Now this is in the air down the line. Espinal makes the grab for the 2nd out.
Now batting, shortstop, Mookie Betts.
Here's Mookie now.
I don't know what they told you about me. The boy is a soldier, that's me. And I ain't come to play no games and still bang your trunk music.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. That's to third. to first, and Betts is gone. And that will end the inning. Nothing doing here this half. 7th inning coming up. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Reds 2. And we're back. Now the third baseman, Ke'Bryan Hayes.
Ke'Bryan Hayes.
And that one fouled off. Swing and a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow.
And here comes the Dodgers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Ohtani will depart. And a pretty good outing for him as he leaves with a nice lead. New pitcher when we get back. So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Tanner Scott.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Espinal now at the plate as he thought about that one, but held back.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
On the ground, 2 ball. Throws to second for 1. On to Freddie. Double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Now it's the second baseman, Matt McLain, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. Scott, 30 years old now, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2014. Two down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first and hustling for second. And he's in there standing up with a 2-out double.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. As a hitter, there's not a whole lot better of a feeling than a double into the gap. Right off the bat, you know you put a great swing on the baseball. Really important at-bat coming up now.
Steer in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike.
All season long, he's racked up a number of saves, and sometimes the adrenaline doesn't get high enough until there's a runner or 2 on base.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Just about gives his skipper a heart attack, but that's where he functions best.
Man on second, 2 down. There's a swing and a drive. That's back. And it's into the bullpen for a homer. His 17th of the year. It's 5-4. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
So 2 away with nobody on. Next for Cincinnati, Noelvi Marte. On the ground to the left. Slings it across. Third out, and that ends the frame. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 5-4 ball game. Back after this on the show. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Tony Santillan.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
First one to Freeman is in for a strike. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Brent Suter preparing to come on if needed. Mole warming up as well. Swing and a ball driven out to center. Going back on this one. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. The batter now will be Will Smith. First round pick out of Louisville in 2016. Not even close there. Ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. And that one upstairs.
Now you get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you if he will.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Pretty well struck. That's back there. And it hits the fence.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
And now the right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. He launched a solo shot back in the 2nd inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
And that's in the dirt.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher. But if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Just missed.
2-1.
That one fouled off. 2-2. Good job to fight that one off.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch, keep the at-bat alive.
Next offering misses, and it's 3-2.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Lined into left center, base hit. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with 1 down.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Good job getting the foot down so he could catch it out front and pull it. Turned on it nicely for the knock.
First and second, 1 out. Andy Pages now at the plate.
We just might be talking about this at bat in our post-game wrap. He's proven he can drive in runs in these spots.
1 out. Runners at first and second.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Swings and misses. 0-2.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Some high cheese for strike 3.
typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field, way back there. And that ball is gone. A massive home run. It's 8-4. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate, here it is, watch it, I'm going to jog around the bases.
Here comes a skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Tony Santillan will depart. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. And we've got ourselves a pitching change. Scott Barlow.
65th appearance on the mound for him this year. That's a bunch. So there's no doubt he's a guy they trust and really like turning to out of the pen.
Kike Hernandez at the plate. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. 2 outs, base is empty. Ground ball left side. It's in and out of his glove. Still manages a throw. The throw comes in too late, and they don't get the out. And next for LA, Alex Freeland. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Hayes has it sized up. Squeezes it, and the inning is over. Big 3-run shot for the Dodgers. It's now an 8-4 score. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Number 86.
And he's been really shutting down hitters from the right side of the plate this year. Not a lot of hard contact, not a lot of hits, period.
Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Pages hauls it in, and there's one away.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Miguel Andujar, the next to hit for the Reds. Up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. On the money. Nice play.
Now batting, left fielder,
2 outs, base is empty. And now here is Austin Hayes. He's been a great free agent sign. Swings through that one.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting because of tendencies a certain.
That one ripped. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a 2-bagger.
Well, just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. Just a really nice job of turning on that pitch and smoking it down the line. And there's no one playing there, so once it drops in fair, you're on your way to extra bases.
And now Jose Trevino. And first offering is fouled off. Hayes at second with 2 down. There's the strike at the knees. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. The throw in He beats it, safe. It's 8-5.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
So up next, Ke'Bryan Hayes. That misses the zone, and that is ball one. The Reds trailing by 3, and we're in the top of the 8th. Right through there for a strike.
Here's a run-scoring opportunity. You definitely got to push something across because it's not going to get any easier. You get to the 9th, you got a lockdown closer ready to come in.
2 outs. 1 and 2. And they'll do it again. Close, but called a ball. And the count's even at 2.
Very close pitch there, and that was a big one. Clearly, he thought he got the inside corner on the mound and a little bit.
Still 2 and 2 after the foul ball.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
He hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this pitcher.
A little bit low.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Santiago Espinal waiting in the on-deck circle.
They can get him up. He'd represent the tying run, so critical pitch right here.
Battling here as he fouls it away. On the ground, out to short. They take the force out number 3. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 8-5. It's Major League Baseball on the show. On to the bottom of the 8th. Now it's the DH, Miguel Rojas. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And the sweeper is off the plate. And it is 2-1. Now a pop-up on the infield. Steer. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, shortstop, Mookie.
Here's Mookie to hit.
I don't know what they told you about me, but boys, the soldier, that's me. And I ain't come to play no games. You still bang your trunk music, cause that boy ain't changed.
That's out to center field. Marte settles underneath it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Up next for the Dodgers.
There's Freddie Freeman now.
Freddie Freeman.
And a strike. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. That's down and in.
Throwing the ball well, and they need this scoreless inning in relief right here. Been doing a good job keeping him in striking distance.
Not close with that one, and it's 2-2. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Back there. And out of here. His 19th home run of the year, and they tack on to their lead. It's 9-5. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Base is empty with 2 away. And up to the plate is Will Smith. And that's in there for strike 1. Line drive, and this might be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. Pulls in with a double, 3rd hit for him today.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. That could be a really tough pitch to handle, a front door breaking ball, but he did a great job staying in there, keeping that front shoulder closed. He didn't spin off the ball and hook it foul, which happens so many times.
So runner at second, 2 down. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Foul ball. Runner at second, 2 down. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swung on, belted. That one's carrying. And it's out of here. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game, and they add to their lead. It's 11-5.
He's bringing the thunder in a rainstorm. How in the world did he manage to hit that pitch out? Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Scott Barlow is done, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. Brent Suter taking over on the mound.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Pages, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Grounds 1 to short. Inning over on the ground out. Took just 2 pitches to finish the frame out of the bullpen. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. Last chance coming up for the Reds. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Number 78.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Santiago Espinal. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
0-1.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
0-2.
Hernandez throws to first. One up, one down.
Now batting, second baseman, Matt McLain.
Matt McLain, the next to hit for the Reds. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
One down, base is empty, and that is out of play. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Sets him down on strikes. The Reds now down to their final out.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Steer, the next to hit, takes outside. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
2 down, nobody on. And a foul ball. One strike away. Two outs. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. You never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
11-5, your final score. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
When I first met you, baby, everything I wasn't any brighter than a shade of blue. Your blue eyes around him, how could I resist the color of your stare? Doesn't